Hi, I'm Dave Goodsell. I've come up with a trick I think you're going to like. It's called MiraclESPell. The middle three letters of that word, ESP, give you an indication that this is a trick involving telepathy. So I'm going to perform this trick right now as though I'm performing it for you, so that you can get a sense of the power of this trick. Now what I would do is I would ask you to assist me, and I would give you 5 cards, numbers 1 through 5 on one side, and on the back of each card are 100 words. So there's 500 words altogether. I would ask you to take these cards and step behind me, and my back would be towards you for the remainder of the trick. I would not be able to see what you were doing. I would then instruct you to discard any 2 cards. I wouldn't know which ones they were. It might be a 1 and a 3, or it might be a 4 and a 5. Then I would instruct you to rearrange those cards any way you wished, forming a 3-digit number. That might be 123, or it might be 321. Any way you wish, and there are several options. And then I would ask you to note on the back of one of those cards the number that you selected, 123, and note that there is a word beside that number. And I would ask you to jot that number and the word down on a tablet. And then I would ask you to concentrate on that word and transmit that information to me. And I would read your mind. Sounds impossible, but we'll do it. So let's assume you're behind me now and that you have gone through these cards. You've selected 3, you've arranged them, and you have jotted down a word. Then what I would do is take a tablet like this one, and I would ask you to transmit those thoughts. Now in the discussion we would elaborate a little bit on exactly what we were doing, more so than I'll do in this short video. But in essence, I would ask you to transmit the word to me. And you would try to do that, and I would say, well, wait a minute, does this word have an A in it? And you would say either yes or no. And whatever you said wouldn't make any difference. What I would say is, you know, the problem I'm having is that you're thinking about the whole word. Remember when you were in school and you were learning your spelling words? How did you learn those words best? You learned them when you wrote them down again and again. Take the marker and write that word across your tablet as large as you can in big bold letters, big bold print. Have you done that? Now, I want you to think of the first letter. Just the first letter. Are you ready? Good. Now, I want you to think of the second letter. Very good. Now think of the third letter. Okay. It's a little bit fuzzy. Is there a 4th letter? Are you thinking of the letter of the word? Is there I thought there was. Good. Very good. Now, keep thinking, keep concentrating. Are you still thinking on the 4th letter, or are you thinking of about a 5th letter? I thought so. Very good. Now, it's getting fuzzy, so don't concentrate on the whole word. Just concentrate on the next letter. Is there a next? There isn't. That's what I thought. Very good. Well, what I'd like you to do is set the tablet down for a moment. And let's go over what you've done. You selected a word at random. It's 1 word out of 500. And then you transmitted those letters from that word to me one at a time. I had no idea what they were. I haven't watched you. I didn't know what you were doing. And now if you would please hand me the tablet, and I'll just tear out what I have written, and take yours and hold them up, and they are exactly the same. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to say a little bit about presentation, because I'm presenting this for a group of people. I'm not going to do it quite exactly the way I've shown it to you. I showed it to you this way so that you could see the impact of the trick. It's rather amazing to be able to transmit a random word that way. But what I would do as a lead into this trick is I would talk about extrasensory perception. For example, I might say, a man walked into a diner, sat at the counter, and ordered a hamburger. As he ate the hamburger, he noticed a piece of lemon meringue pie. He thought about that pie, thought about how good that lemon tart would taste. As he finished his hamburger, the waitress went over to the pie, picked up the plate, brought it over to the man, and said, "Is this what you wanted?" How did that happen? That happened by extrasensory perception. That's the way I would lead into a trick like this. And the reason for that is I don't want my audience thinking that I'm doing a trick. I want them to buy into the experiment, if you will. And in order to do that, you have to be able to grab their attention with something that they can identify with. Who hasn't been thinking of a friend and suddenly the phone rings? Who hasn't been thinking of someone that they haven't seen for a long time and a letter comes in the mail, or today an email comes? Those are experiences we all share, and those are experiences that audiences everywhere can relate to. And that's why mentalism, well presented, is very exciting for an audience. Well, I hope you found MiraclESPell interesting. Maybe you'll think about using it in your show. Thank you.